Hello everybody, today we're going to be talking about a pastor who used his church that he founded and his businesses to get PPP loans that he then used to buy a house and a Tesla. Rudolph Brooks, a pastor who swindled $3.5 million in COVID relief money to fund his lavish lifestyle, has been sentenced to 18 months in prison. Brooks, founder and senior pastor at Kingdom Tabernacle of Restoration Church, has also ordered to forfeit over $2 million the Tesla and the real estate he purchased with the fraudulently obtained funds. The government said, "It's my money and I need it now."
It's my money and I need it now.
The fraud was not tied to Brooks' position at the church, which, let me remind you, he was the founder of, so I find that highly unbelievable and not exactly true. Brooks also applied for the PPP loan under a Maryland-based car dealership that he owns called Cars Direct in May 2020, court documents revealed. He received $1.5 million in PPP loans deposited directly into his Cars Direct bank account, on which he was the sole signatory, after submitting fake tax and payroll forms related to the dealership. My question is, how the hell did he get by with fake tax documents? Bro does not know. You don't play with the IRS. That's the last people you play with. They always come after their money, bro. Any logical person tells you never mess with your taxes and never fuck with the IRS.
I'm crazy enough to take on Batman, but the IRS, no, thank you.
He fraudulently applied for two other PPP loans for $1.8 million and $200,000. Those funds were then deposited into accounts associated with Kingdom Tabernacle, his church that he founded, and a Madaro LLC, both of which he was a sole signatory. So he's obviously smart enough to start and make his own business. So why go out of your way to commit this level of crime? And this goes back to what I was saying before about his church being a part of it. He was using the church accounts to transfer funds. So how is position as a pastor and founder of the church not related? Those are extremely related and connected. How can he transfer funds from this Cars Direct bank account and all these other bank accounts to then transfer it into the church and then from the church into his pocket? How does that not connected to his position at the church at all? Like, I don't know how people are even trying to say that. It's obviously connected. His purchases include a $570,000 property in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, purchased under the name of Rudolph Brooks, and $80,000 under his son's name. The vehicle was later registered in Maryland in Brooks' own name. So not only is he using the mask of being a pastor, but also using his son to transfer vehicles into his name. That's like the parents who put bills or credit cards in their children's name and they never tell their kids. At least he did a full transfer before his son got caught up in all of this. Also, why? Why would you do this? That's something I always think about as like a logical human being. You risk your family along with your freedom just for like a few $1 million to live in luxury. That, in all honesty, was never his. Like, he's stealing the money, right? He's stealing the money that could have been used for other businesses. For example, like, I remember being in New York City during the COVID era. Can you even say that anymore? Can you say COVID on YouTube? I don't know. I might have to bleep that out. And every day another restaurant was being closed and closed and closed and closed. Like, things that were open for so long, diners that were open for years and years and years, just so these people, other people that were not good, were getting all this other money. So I don't know. He wasn't thinking ahead of, like, not only risking himself, but he's risking his family, which is awful. He's using that mask of being a pastor and being this good person to get away with all of this, which is awful. You shouldn't be doing that to people, and it ruins your image, and it also kind of ruins your family image, because now people are going to be looking at the people around you like they're shady as well. And I would hate that. Like, oh, you're just a thief just like this person. Like, that's like the worst thing to be, or thing to happen, especially as you're growing up. So Brooks admitted to using PPP loans proceeds for his personal benefit and on payments and purchases that were not permitted under the program, Department of Justice filing state. In addition to using funds to buy a residence, a luxury vehicle, and other lavish shopping expenses, Brooks also made cash withdrawals and transfers to other bank accounts under his control. So that means there still might be money floating out there that the government hasn't been able to seize from him. Any person in that kind of position should just take as much cash as possible and bury it for times like this. Pull a mafia move. That way when you get out of prison, you have money stashed away. Also, Brooks allegedly tried to receive funds through the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program, court records state. So this guy is just a swindler. He was filing every document under the sun to get the money. I respect the hustle. He legit got out of the bed and was like, how can I get more money from the government today? today. That's a morning routine I would love to see on TikTok.
Get ready with me to steal a baby.
He pleaded guilty to charges of wire fraud and money laundering on August 27th. A judge ordered the pastor to serve 18 months in prison, followed by 2 years of supervised release, and mandated the forfeiture of several assets. A website related to his church, which is now taken down, describes Brooks as a man after God's own heart who has a passion for God's people. From an early age, Pastor Brooks knew he had a calling for ministry, the site added. People would receive their deliverance before the altar because the word of the Lord was so rich in this man's belly. The only thing rich in this man's belly is the want to commit crime.
Get in my belly!
It is unclear if the Kingdom of Tabernacle of Restoration Church, which he worked at and founded, is still in existence. So what are your thoughts on the PPP fraud pastor? Do you think he would have gotten away with it? Do you think he has money stashed away for when he gets out? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel. See you on the next one. Peace.